Hello my beans and nuggets, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl Jasmine, back at it again with yet another video. Just ignore some of that mess in the background. I do make art at home. I do commission pieces. I don't have a studio, so I just do it here at my apartment. Also, the background noise, gotta love apartment living, am I right? I am super excited because for today's video, I finally, after over a month of waiting, got my R.E.M beauty package, my R.E.M Beauty, the Ariana Grande makeup line, and I am wearing some of it on my face today. I am not good with liquid liners, so if you're wondering like why my eye makeup looks like shit, that's probably why. Also, one of my eyes, this eye always tends to stay like a little more closed for some reason. I don't know. I have a lot of chronic health issues, so that's probably involved with that. So maybe I can just make it look a little bit more wide. I don't really know, but yeah, I just noticed that it's like way more noticeable sometimes, especially when I do certain makeup looks like this one. I kind of tried to recreate what she had going on, but we're just gonna ignore pretty much how bad this makeup looks. But I am going to show you everything that I got and then also kind of discuss with you like my thoughts, kind of my quick reviews on these, because honestly with me, I can kind of gather if I like a makeup product like right off the bat. Like I don't need to test it out for a whole month. Now I will say with skincare that's a little bit different, but makeup, I can tell right off the bat if I like it or not. So I placed 2 orders. I initially made, you know, my first purchase, and then I kind of went back and was like, oh, I kind of want to try those things too. But let me go ahead and just show you everything that I did get. So I did buy all 3 of the eyeshadow palettes. We have the shade, the shadow, I don't even know what this one, the palette called Principessa, which looks like this. And then we have Midnight Snack, which is actually the one I used today. I used this white one, and then this one right here. Looks kind of dark in the monitor, but hopefully you guys can see that. And they like close really nicely. Like it's not like a hard like, you know, I like that. And then we have Baby Doll. I used some of this today as well, just the cream shade though. Now, I will say, as far as the packaging goes, these are actually a lot heavier than people were thinking. I know a lot of people were saying that this seemed like really cheap packaging. I had a feeling, I kind of knew that these would not feel cheap. I kind of had a feeling that they would probably feel a little bit heavier when you actually had them in person. Besides the way that it like actually feels, the way that it looks, I don't really have a problem with it. I know, again, some people, I know I was saying in my, thoughts videos on this line that I was saying that some people were saying this looks like Claire's makeup, but I mean, I kind of like the simplicity of it, but maybe that's just me. But let's move on to some of the other things. So I also did get 2 of the highlighters, which I am wearing today. I kind of mixed them. We have Miss Saturn, which looks like this. And then we have Miss Mercury, which looks like this. I will say these actually surprised me. I really did like how we just gained this day. I'm telling you, like it keeps getting sunny and then dark and then sunny, so I'm probably gonna have to fix this lighting. Anyways, I really actually liked these. They were kind of surprising to me. The darker one I feel like is not as blinding as the lighter one. So Miss Saturn I feel like was not as blinding as Miss Mercury, but I mixed them together and I actually really liked how they looked. Again, the packaging I don't really have a problem with. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, a lot of people were like, oh, it doesn't really fit the space theme, but it kind of does if you really think about it. Okay, next up are the mascaras. I did get both of them. We have the Lengthening Mascara and the Volumizing Mascara. The packaging on these are so cute. I love this. I'm like obsessed with it. I totally think that this is like space themed. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys are tripping. I used both of these on my lashes today. Like I said, kind of ignore this eye because it sits lower for some reason, or it's probably also how I did my eyeshadow. I probably fucked it up, so it like drooped this eye down. But I actually liked this mascara. I think I would probably like it even more with a look that I wasn't doing with winged liner, just because the winged liner is not my typical look. So I'll have to try these without a winged liner look. But besides that, I thought that these actually were pretty decent mascaras, and I'm excited to see what they look like just like with a natural look, like without shadows and liners and stuff like that. But I liked the brushes on both of them. I didn't think that they were overly wet, overly dry, anything weird like that. I don't like formulas that are super wet, and again, you know, I don't like a formula that's super dry because you still want to be able to use it, and I didn't find any of those issues with both of those. Let's get into the liners. So I did purchase all 3 of the eyeliners and also the liquid liner. I guess we'll start with the liquid liner. I thought that this was a decent liquid liner. I don't really wear liquid liner, and I don't really do winged liner much, but I kind of figured, like, since it was Ariana Grande, she's kind of known for that, that I was like, I might as well just pick this up because that's kind of like the whole point. Like, that's her thing. So that's why I picked that up. I thought it was a decent liner. I didn't really have any issues with that. As far as the eyeliners go, I've only tried the white one and the black one. I don't know if you can tell. I am wearing the white in my waterline. It is kind of hard to tell with the white and the bottom waterline, but it is still pigmented. I might just use this more as like a decorative liner versus like using in my waterline. The black liner, however, in the top waterline worked fine. Haven't tried the brown, but I'm assuming that it's a fine formula, just the same as these. Like I said, the only thing about the white one is that it was a little bit hard to show up on my waterline, but maybe that's just me. But I think I'll probably use that more just as a decorative liner. Okay, the lipsticks. You guys, I'm obsessed with this packaging. These are huge though. Like, I didn't know that these were gonna be so big. So I have the shade Drive-In Movie, which looks like this. I have not swatched this shade yet, but I have swatched the other shade, which is, what is this one? I think this was Roller Skates. Yeah, such a pretty pinky nude. I have not tried these on my lips, but even just swatching on my hand, it looked like a really promising matte lipstick, and I know that a lot of people have already started raving about these, so I'm glad I picked these up. I think the Drive-In Movie one was like a really popular one, so I'm glad I got that. Let's talk about the lip glosses. I picked up 6 of them. So here's the thing. Here's what they look like. These are, I don't know what I was expecting, but these look a lot smaller than I had imagined or like how they looked. And the packaging is really interesting. So it looks like this, right? So you would think that it would be like a little brush that you pull out, but then it's like a tip like this, which there's no issue with it, but I just thought that that was really interesting. Again, though, I was really shocked at how small these were. I'm not really sure how much lip gloss comes in like a typical container, so maybe I'll make a note of that somewhere in here. But there's probably just like an average amount of lip gloss in here, but I picked up the shade. This is Scrunchy, which looks like this. And then we have VCR. Oops. Which looks like this. I'm wearing one of these. I think I'm wearing VCR on my lips right now. Pretty sure that's the one. And then we have Away Message? Away Message? I thought it said Away Massage, but it's definitely Away Message. We have the shade Waterfalls, which is really like super bright. I don't know how this will look on my lips. We'll have to find out. And then we have the shade Detention, or am I wearing this one? Okay, no, I'm not wearing this one. This is a little bit of a darker nude. Super pretty. And then we have Pink Razor, which looks like this. So I love the formula of these. I don't actually have an issue with the real packaging. It was unexpected, and also just kind of how small these were. Oops, I almost dropped one. But I think it's actually like really cute size, perfect size to throw in your bag. That's probably why she made them like this. Of course I went with all nudes because that's typically what I wear. As far as the formula goes, I think it's a really nice plumping formula. It does actually kind of leave a tingle for a while. Like, it's not one of those that just stays on for 5 minutes. It's definitely one that kind of lingers. So if you don't like that, wouldn't suggest this because this is a little bit more of a powerful tingle compared to some of the other plumping glosses that I've tried. It's not a bad thing. But again, I really like that kind of formula, so I don't have a problem with it. But I do know that some people are sensitive to that kind of formula. So if that happens to be you, maybe skip out on those because again, it's been tingling for a minute. Like I feel like this tingle has lasted longer than the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat gloss. So keep that in mind. And then lastly, I picked up 6 of the liquid shadows. I think I said in my initial video on my thoughts on the whole line that I was not going to pick up liquid shadows, but to be honest with you, I saw some of them and I was like, oh, those are really pretty. So let's start with some of the basic colors. I picked up the shade UFO, which looks like this. And then we have the shade Hot Lava. And then we have the shade Comet, not comment. And then I bought the shade Milky Way, which for some reason I feel like looked more blue online, but it kind of has like a blue purple shift to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this video, but there's a pretty shift to it. And then there is the shade Science Fair, which is, I knew, even in my video, I was like, even though I haven't really messed with liquid shadows much, this was the one that I wanted to get. And I'm kind of bummed because it doesn't really look, I'll swatch this one for you guys. It's not as like vibrant as I was thinking. Maybe with a base it would look different, but this one is a little bit kind of, I don't know if I got a bad one. Maybe I need to like mix this up. But it's like a little patchy and just not as vibrant as I was expecting. I mean, it still looks really pretty, don't get me wrong. And of course, it's probably going to look really nice on the one time that I'm trying to show you that it's not as pigmented. But I think once I have a base with it, and maybe like a, I don't even think a glitter glue, but just a base, a solid base, then I think that this would look a lot better. But my favorite one that I picked up was the shade Fembot. Let me swatch this for you guys. You guys, oh my god, it's just so pretty. So it's this one right here. Is that not stunning? So I have not tried these out on my lids yet, but I have swatched all of them, and I even have swatches of some of them on my beauty TikTok page if you want to see that. And I will be posting more swatches later today or at some point of the other ones that I got. But that is everything that I purchased from R.E.M Beauty. Overall, I think that this was a pretty solid launch. I know that some people considered it kind of a fail of a launch, but in my opinion, so far the products have not steered me wrong. Like, I'm pretty happy with most of the products. Like I said, this purple shadow was just a little bit more patchy than I was thinking, but that could also just be, that's just a swatch, you know. I haven't even tried that on my eyes yet, so it'll probably be a lot different once I'm like actually working with it. But overall, I think that everything that I tried was pretty solid. I liked it. I liked the eyeshadow formula. I didn't have any issues with that. I thought that they were really creamy, pigmented, easy to work with, really blendable. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the packaging of all of it. The lip glosses were super cute. I loved the formula of them. The lipsticks were super good. I liked the colors that I picked for the most part. The liner was good, even though I don't really use wing liner that much or liquid liner. So overall, I had a pretty decent experience with my first purchase from R.E.M Beauty. The only thing that like really threw me off was the shipping time. It took so long for my package to arrive. I saw other people getting their packages and I was like, where is mine? So I emailed them, and it just made me a little bit more irritated because I did spend a lot of money. I felt like way more money than the people that were like already getting their packages. So I was like, what's going on here? You know, like, I've spent a good chunk of my money. I would like to see my package at some point, and I honestly wasn't sure when they were going to show up. But when they finally did, I tried everything out, was pretty happy with it. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did purchase anything from R.E.M Beauty, let me know your thoughts on what you bought if you've already tried them out. And if you haven't tried them out, Are you planning on trying them out? If you are, what products are you most excited about? If you have tried it out, what products, you know, are your favorite? I want to hear from you, but I love you guys so much. And if I had to rate this beauty line out of a 10, I would say like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. So that is that. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.